Along this journey of discovering who I am now, I've continually looked along the way for things, ideas, what resonates with me to root me. I felt for many, many years I was floating off. I couldn't make the most simplest decisions. And I took that and I look at that now and see that I was floating away. I was wobbly because I was not clear on who I was. Perhaps I was wearing a mask and skin and performing for all those reasons that we know and understand living a life as a human, as a woman today. But in that time in my searching, I've discovered a couple different pieces that I feel have rooted me, that have pieces of integrity that I'm not being told how to be. I'm just being given some guidelines, some questions to be asking myself. And it's really about a me and me kind of thing. And the first piece of that is, am I showing up for me? And I then shifted it to, am I showing up for her? Who's her? Her is me. Her is Andrea when she was 6, Andrea when she was 12, Andrea when she was 15, 26, 37, 45. It's that piece that I feel is inside all of us, that lonely piece, that piece where that little girl or even that big adult girl needed, desired the arms to come around her and mother her and hug her and tell her, I got you, girl. I got you. Because the reality is we know her best. So why are we looking for other people, other things, other distractions, numbings to take us away from what she, her needs? And when these guys wrote this album, I went a little bonkers. Well, I naturally go a little bonkers with them. I feel that we have lived a parallel life of just being human, just being women, just being mothers, just frankly trying to do better in this life, in this world that is so very complicated. And they wrote a song called For Her. And this locked in this piece for me. And I'd like to just read 2 little blurbs from that song. Wish I could go back and tell my younger self, you're a fighter, you just don't know it yet. So dig a little bit deeper, be a whole lot louder and a lot less guarded, because it takes a lot of hard work to get a whole lot stronger, because it's real tough, girl. Stand up, show up for her, for her. Stand up, show up for love, for her, for her. If anything, listen to that song. I recently was at a workshop and we were talking about this concept of us mothering ourselves. And one of the pieces is, how can we physically mother ourselves? It's one thing to say, I love you, I got you. Here's another one. You stick your right hand right underneath your underpit, right around your boob, and your left arm comes around to your bicep. And you hold yourself in place there. You tuck your chin down, and then you just hang in this piece of peace, of breath, and just breathe and hug her and tell her, I got you. So the first piece for me was to really, really practice embracing that. That involved forgiving myself, recognizing that I did the best I could in those moments, those divots, those really tough moments in life. And secondly, it was a piece of loving myself. But it became difficult, or it was difficult. It is difficult. But you know what wasn't so difficult? Was to love her, that little girl, that even at 54, that girl at 45 who was struggling so much, to love that girl. And I think the last big piece with showing up for her today, staying present and not hanging out in my past, is having compassion for myself. And I really feel, as much as we would like to do better and be better in this world, if we don't sweep our front doorsteps, if we don't work on loving her and taking care of her and having compassion for her in all that she has done, it's tricky. Maybe we can't be that authentic to other people and offer them compassion if we can't offer it to ourselves. So I guess my biggest question to you is, what is her asking of you? What does she want? What does she need from you right now? And can you do a little bit of this? Maybe a little bit of listening to music, a little bit of soothing, and just hugging that sweet little her.